So I shot a running video with the Lumix S5 IIX. Let's talk about it. And big thanks to Lumix for sponsoring this video. The only problem is that it's completely front lit by the sun.
Looks like you're set up for something.
Yeah.
We are.
We got some with a little bit of the sky in the back.
Plain scene there shooting, but like with no clouds. It just was.
It is always kind of nice when you have a really good viewfinder. Sunny days like this, I can just block out all the sun. All right, you're good. So I've always wanted to try my hand at shooting a trail running video. I got into running back in 2020, and the idea of shooting a trail running video in the woods just seemed so cool to me. So I enlisted the help of my buddy Westy, who is an avid runner, and we set out to make a little running sequence that you might see in like a ad for a running brand. If you could stay to the left as much as you can. Yeah, go for it. I don't know, either at me or just past me, kind of like you're just actually running up a hill. Let's try one.
Okay.
All right, now we're back onto the 24 to 105. All right, Wesley, do you want to just kind of like run up to like that first step and then you can stop? All right, let's try one. All right, you got it? I'm gonna get that belt. So one of the things that I really wanted to put to the test is just how little gear I could like possibly bring to shoot this little sequence. So most of it has either just been handheld or using my tripod as like a DIY snorri cam. So the goal for this video was to obviously create something that looked really professional and that I'd be happy with. You know, I wanted something that looked like it could be used as like an ad or a commercial. So I definitely believe that you can create great looking stuff with any camera, but with a camera like the S5 IIX, it has so many features that mitigate the amount of gear that you actually have to bring with you to create something of a really high caliber. So that's what I really wanted to showcase in this video, was just to show how little gear I needed to bring to create something that looks really good. So I think that the features that I used most in this video were IBIS, the phase detection autofocus, and the dynamic range shooting in Vlog. So the way that the IBIS helped me the most in this video was just stabilizing my shots, because I was shooting basically all handheld or I would use my tripod. But one of the shots that I really wanted to get was like a snorri cam type shot where the camera would be kind of attached to Westy as he was running. And so what we did is we used the tripod as like this DIY snorri cam, and then I kind of supported the camera at the other end. It looked pretty goofy, but with the image stabilization on the camera, it actually came out looking really good. Obviously it was still shaky, but if it didn't have IBIS, this would almost be unwatchable. So the fact that this had really good image stabilization built into the camera, it meant that I didn't really have to bring any other stabilization tools. So that was something that I utilized a lot on this shoot because it was real run and gun.
It's trees as long as you want trees.
Okay, yeah, let's just get to the tree line. I was like watching a bunch of like YouTube tutorials on like how to make like a ghetto snorri cam. So another pretty important feature on this shoot was the phase detection autofocus. Now, although I did have my buddy Jake there shooting behind the scenes for me, I didn't have any focus pullers or really the ability to pull focus myself. And because of how run and gun this shoot was, I was running behind my subject, turning it upside down to get low angles of his feet while he was running. There was no way I was going to be able to get critical focus myself when I was putting the camera in these crazy situations. So the fact that I could just point the camera at my subject and it would just lock on and stay in focus was a really big game changer for me. The S5 IIX's autofocus is very reliable, and especially the human detection. It can detect when there's a human in the frame, even if they're really far away from the camera. So that came in really handy on this shoot. So something else that was pretty important on this shoot was the fact that this camera had really good dynamic range. The 14 stops of dynamic range of the S5 IIX meant that I could expose for my subject and not have to completely clip out my highlights. So that's something that I think that gives this camera such a professional look, is just the amount of latitude that you have in this image. And shooting in vlog, super easy to work with and grade. So that was just another thing that really made this camera such a workhorse and such a great tool when you're shooting run and gun like this.
I don't think so. It's 100% why I did that sign.
There's very quick cuts. All right, that's good. Whew. Howdy.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Look like you're set up for something.
Yeah.
We are.
Want to get one shot straight on of you running towards me, just like zoomed in on your shoes. That is if I get the shot first try. Yeah, go for it. So when it comes to working with and grading vlog footage from the S5 IIX, it's actually pretty simple. In fact, I think that vlog is one of the easiest log profiles to work with. And if you're new to color grading and you're not quite sure where to start, Panasonic actually provides 33 free LUTs that you can download off their website that will work with your vlog footage. A couple of my favorites are the Nicest 709 LUT and the Vintage LUT. So now that I have all my footage color graded and cut together, this is the sequence that I came up with.
Right. Right.
So let me know what you thought about that footage in the comment section below. Big thanks to Lumix for sponsoring this video, and there are some videos right there that I'm sure you'll probably like. And remember, when it comes to exposure, always